started this project because there is a demand from creative industries for a creative space. And the other thing is that we really want to improve the collaboration within the creative companies and professionals within the city. That's basically what is going to be here within 12 months. The first floor, which is the entrance of the building, is going to be the melting pot, let's call it that way. So there will be an event space, an open co-working space, there will be a maker space, there will be some small retailers and service providers. And starting from the second floor, second, third, fourth and fifth floor is going to be the same. It's like a copy-paste in terms of planning the space. So in the middle you have a social area, on the sides you have offices, and the co-working desks, let's call them fixed desks, they're going to be distributed all around the floor. So what we really want to create is a very good working environment. So we basically want the companies which focus on creating a product based on their knowledge. We want these companies to be here, as well as we want some freelancers to be here, as well as we want some startups to be here. The local companies which actually have shown a good track record and they have let's say a creative spark in their business, this is what we actually are focusing to. We have a huge problem due to becoming a member state of European Union. There is a lot of immigration happening, and part of these guys who are going abroad, they are those brains who really need to create new products, which can then bring us a better, let's say, living standards here. And one big obstacle I really understood is the collaboration potential within the city. So we decided to unite all these creative companies under one space and, let's say, clear this obstacle, which is the distance between them. Then by creating this superb space, I believe that also the information flow in terms of events, in terms of speakers, in terms of business contacts, etc., will improve, because at this stage, if let's say an investor from San Francisco wants to come to Riga, he actually within few hours he can meet only few people in the industry, but if it would be in one space, he could meet all of them in very short period of time. And we have to understand that when people come overseas, their time is super limited. They want to grasp as much as possible information, people, social network, everything. They want to do it in a very short period of time, and the distance is which actually limits it.
I think that people in the business environment and business environment itself is changing today, and people are trying to find new puzzle combinations, how to work better, how to be more effective, and people don't want to work in a big company, in a small office. There's a prediction that around 2020, more than 1/5 of the workforce is going to work in co-working spaces. I think I always believe that the space where you work is really, really important for the outcome you want to achieve. So the space influences you. There's a lounge area, then you have co-working area, then there are a couple of team rooms. Also coffee, tea, of course, the wireless internet, the bureau administration. Yeah, this is the main package. Of course, you can get some extra services. You can have the virtual address here. You can have the mail handling, and we basically can offer anything, starting from waiting in the airport until trying to put you in contact with banks or with other entrepreneurs locally. And here I think we are a bit different from other co-working spaces, because our main client for Nordic Club House is the one who flies in this plane here to Riga. This is the business person actually who's visiting Riga for like once in a week, once in a month, time after time, not regularly. Nordic Club House would be the space for such people with nice business level, nice business services, really quality atmosphere for the meetings, different type of meetings for work.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we are aiming at, to have this center as a project place for the region. So we have this Baltic Sea regional look, and we would like to create and develop projects where we have partners in the region. We are not coaching new businesses to grow up. We are instead targeting mature businesses. Our business people who are starting new companies, they do not need the coaching. They know how to grow, but they need this social environment that we can offer to meet people, to discuss ideas, and that is part of our unique selling point. I think it takes some effort to explain how a center like this is working, because when we are talking to senior businessmen who are not familiar with co-working, they don't understand. They think, well, what are you going to have a party there all the time?
Or is it a workshop?
Yeah, what is it? And you try to say, no, people are going to work here. They will sit and work. And they say, really? We have Nordic in the name, Nordic Club House. And Nordic means that we are working with these Nordic values: openness, sustainability, climate issues, equality issues, anti-corruption issues, tolerance issues. And these will be part of the program that we are forming ourselves. So in that sense, yes, we think that by building a platform here, we have an impact on the society.
We started our company in a coworking space in Riga, and we grew out of it, so it became too big. So the idea was to move out of there and have our own space. But in Riga, you can get either a very expensive place or a not very good one. So we found this place, which we really liked, and we thought, okay, we cannot afford it to have as our office, it's too big, but we could make a coworking space. And we need designers and developers, we need to bring them together. So why not make a place where the whole community can come together, exchange knowledge and learn from each other, and just network and meet each other. So that's how we got here. We mainly focus on graphic designers and developers, but we are quite open to other groups as well.
Probably your advantage is that it's really, we build the office space not for profit, we build it because we needed the place ourselves, and we never kind of use it for profit. It's just basically to cover the expenses of the whole place and utilities and that kind of stuff. So basically we cover all the basics for the office, right? So it's a table, chair, very good internet, all the utilities, there is a coffee machine, kitchen, and anything you need for your own business, like computers, stuff, and you bring yourself. And and one additional is kind of the meeting room that where we're sitting now, and some chill out areas. Ping pong table is a huge advantage.
Yeah, ping pong table, of course.
Yeah, so nothing fancy, but it's pretty cool to work and be here.
About a half currently is working tables and co-working space, and another half is meetup space. Of course, the chill-out corner and the kitchen, that's another part. From the rent we get the basic needs covered, and then if we want to develop in some way, then we need to earn some more. And we have some events, we rent out the meetup space for events and maybe some sponsorships sometimes, so this is how we can earn a little bit more. I think there's definitely a lot of benefits, but one is that we are a place where you can come and organize events for specific audiences or for the general public, and it's in the very center, so basically anyone can access it. And we're bringing people from abroad to talk here, so we're sharing the knowledge and international experience. So we share this experience and people can just come over and hear it and see it with their own eyes. I think what is actually really cool about our place is that we are not that big, and we have this community of 30-40 people who can become very close. When you have like 100 people, it's harder to become close. And what we're doing, we're having, for example, for Christmas we had like a family dinner thing, and these kind of things you can do in smaller circles. So I think definitely if we become very popular, it would be great to bring this to a bigger scale, but not to lose this coziness and this friendliness that we have.
Family feeling.
This family feeling, yeah, not to lose that. If we can keep family feeling in 5 years and bring it to more new people and get some people out there and become world famous, that would be my goal.
Well, I tried working at home and I really hated it, and I found the mill, and the place is amazing, and it's good to get up in the morning, dress up and go somewhere else, not home to work. And of course it's nice for socializing, having lunches and maybe doing some creative collaborations as well, so it's much more fun than at home.